trying to get that curve, the learning curve, is get it caught up as fast as possible. You know, we're trying to throw a lot at him and get him to grow. But you know, I think he's got a lot of skills, a lot of tools, and you just got to kind of hone him in and ripen him up a little bit here as quick as we can.
What about Reed?
Reed's got a lot to learn. You know, very young, and needs a lot of just maturing as a quarterback and everything, and understand that he's pretty good. You know, he's got some skills and has a chance to be a good player. And I've told him that he's still a ways away. You know, but we're getting a little playing time tonight, and we're going to keep doing that as a year and try to get him. Hopefully, try to get him, you know, as many reps as we can to try to get him ready.
What about Aramis?
Aramis got a ways to go in some of his passes. You know, he throws a quick game, but some of the down the field throws right now he's struggling. He's got to get better at that.
Zach Burnett?
Smart. You know, kind of plays more like an old crafty guy. You know, I mean, he knows what's going on. He's been around this offense, you know, for a while, and he's just got to kind of quicken everything up that he does. You know, but he's a guy that does know predominantly where everybody's going, and I want everybody to kind of get his knowledge level. He's still got ways to go too in terms of that, but his is mainly just pace of play, quicken it up, sense of urgency a little bit more.
Was Aramis working on the scout team today?
Yeah, he was. He has been the last couple of weeks. Yeah.
Is that going to be all season as it stands right now, or?
Probably, yeah. I mean, that's right now. I mean, right now he needs to get where he's going to get as many reps as possible and just play, whether it's being a quarterback for another team or not, just getting reps.
You run the ball, don't leave your helmet into a guy like you did in that one play.
Well, you know, I tell you what, I've been telling him to run and get forward and split him, and that's exactly what he did. So actually, he did exactly what I told him to do. That was the best run that he's had since I've been here and seen him. Would I like him to get a little lower to the ground? Yeah, sure I would. But you know, that was one of his better plays in the game when he pulled that ball and got north and south and stayed between the hashes.
Was that a better play, or was it the one that he hurdled the guy?
No, if he hurdles a guy again, then we're going to have a little talk about that too. No, that was one of his worst plays in the game, because all he had to do was slide a little bit in the pocket and throw the curl to Torrey, and it was wide open.
The way he said it after the game, that when he got to the sidelines, he was told by you guys that, you know, maybe he should have thrown rather than scrambled or whatever. Made it sound like he was sort of surprised. Was he still? We heard a lot in the preseason about he's learning when to do that and when not to. But I guess, was it a matter of in the game?
On that particular play you're talking about?
Well, he said in general after the game that a few times he came over and you guys were like, you should have thrown it, or you should have waited in the pocket before.
Yeah, there was a couple of times that felt like that he got out of there a little too early. You know, specifically that one when he took off to the right and hurdled when we had no receivers over there. We were in an unbalanced formation, and he took off running there and just didn't hang. And then we had a little bit of pressure over TC, but he should have hung in the pocket, and I think that's when I got on him pretty good there. But you know, it's a progression with him, and you know, we're going to keep on him until we think he's going through it the way he's supposed to. The progression's the way he's supposed to, and then use his feet the way he can, because tell you what, he can get out of some stuff now. He got out of a couple. A lot of guys can't get out of, you know, that he got out of the other night, just out of traffic, you know, and he's good at it. And that's when his feet are a weapon. And we just, when a guy's just another split second and nobody's around you, I want him to hang in there a little bit longer and try to complete that ball.
Because of the presence, because of being in the pocket and the violence that's involved, is that one of the hardest things to teach about staying there?
Yeah, it is, especially when you basically played backyard Nerf ball when you were in high school, you know, and just ran around and everybody told you what a great athlete you were. You know, and that's predominantly what a lot of kids today are doing. They're putting their best players, their best athlete at the quarterback position, and they run around and make plays. And it's not necessarily a structured environment, so it takes a while to get them to do that. And then, of course, you get a little gun shy. I mean, I think that's natural. You know, if you're used to running for your life, and he did some of that in high school too. You know, running around. I mean, a lot of it wasn't just running around for design. It was running around because he had to. So, you know, when you're a young quarterback, the trust factor and the protection and all the protection schemes as you're learning he's learning a lot of them too, making sure, okay, hey, am I protected? I'm protected here, and he's getting there. He's understanding who we're hot off of, who we're not, and who we can pick up, and who we can. And as that trust gain is gained by him, then I expect him to hang in there and make the throws.
We never saw many wildcock, whatever. Was that sort of planned that you weren't going to do it, or was it just a matter of flow of the game?
Yeah, a little bit flow. I mean, that's something that hopefully we'll get. I'll always keep available there with Stefan. We'll have to keep working on all that.
Do you remember roughly how many throws you thought Steven was off balance on?
Oh, 3 or 4. That one that went, the one to Wesley, hit Wesley, but it was a bad low throw. He just got answered. There was a little bit of pressure, and he just didn't finish his drop. That's why he didn't finish his drop. Therefore, his feet didn't get underneath him, and he made a low throw. And that's what maybe a little antsy. I mean, I think I attribute that to being antsy and youth, as much as anything. But that's got to stop. I mean, he's got to set in your feet. I don't care how old you are. And I mean, when you set your feet and make a throw, you got a lot better chance of success. And that's what I expect out of him. And that was one that was not good in that camp. That's got to get solved.
What are your thoughts on the Georgia secondary watching? It looked like they were pretty physical with Bryant.
Yeah, they always are.
On Saturday.
Typically through the years, they've always been, and going back to when I was playing, I mean, they've always been a pretty physical bunch, and always had some DBs, some safeties that are, the physical guys. They're sound, fairly simple in what they do, and sound, and that's their deal. That's what they do, and you've got to execute, be on time, and you can't afford to be late. With throws, because they're typically in the right position most of the time.
You grew up in Atlanta, I think, right?
Marietta.
Yeah, so I mean, there's always been a dream of yours. He's the player coaching at Sanford Stadium in Athens. Now you're going to get the chance to do that?
Yeah, we always played him over in Jacksonville, when I was in Florida.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
But I got a lot of buddies that went to school there, so it'd be fun.
Other than that one interception, Coach, it seemed like Steven made some pretty good throws and pretty good reads and decisions in the night. Is that what you saw?
Yeah, he did. He made some pretty good. I mean, in terms of taking care of the ball, which was my number one priority for him in the game, not get us beat, I thought he pretty much did that. I mean, that was a great play by the one guy. It was not a great throw, obviously, on the interception. But it wasn't that one down there deep that's going to get us beat. And obviously the touchdown throw got called back, or he'd been on there. But, he needs to play better. We need to probably give him some more opportunities. But taking care of the ball is still going to be the number one priority. So, but I thought, it was an average game. It was an average game, and fortunately, average is all we needed out of it. To get through that game. And we were very fortunate to win it, and he's going to have to play better, and we're going to have to let him take some more opportunities, obviously, down the road.
Is it possible for a quarterback to grade anything above average when only score 7 points?
No.